2, and 1. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vicky, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my final wedding makeup trial. So this is the look. I really like it. I think this might be the one. So if you guys want to know how I did this look, and then just keep on watching. So I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Norvina Volume 4 palette, and I'm going to take the shade A4 and stamp that onto the outer corner. I already primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer. I don't set my eyes. Once I put on eye primer, I just go straight into my eyeshadow. So I stamp it on with a fluffy brush, and then I'm blending it out. Also, I'm keeping this on the outer corner. I'm not really bringing it into the crease. Now I'm going in with the shade B5, and I'm using another fluffy brush. It's a little smaller, but I'm putting that on the very outer corner, just the very outer corner, and then being very light-handed with it so that it doesn't go too out of control. Now I'm going to go back in with the shade A4 and just blend out those harsh lines, just to make sure everything is nice and blended, very diffused. Yeah, no harsh lines on our wedding day. I'm going back in with B5 and just doing that whole process again. If you know my makeup style, you know I like to add a little more product, just because once you're like blending everything, then the pigmentation tends to go away. So I'm just building up that color a little bit more, and then going back to A4 to blend out the edges again. I really hope I'm making sense right now, but I'm basically just adding another layer. Now I'm going to go in with the shade A5, and I'm going to use my finger to apply that to my eyelid, just because when you use your finger with shimmers, it applies like with more pigmentation. And I'm just gently patting it into the areas where I want it so that I have more control. And then I'm going to use a clean fluffy brush to blend out the edges. So just like I did in my last makeup trial, wedding makeup trial, I'm going to go in with the Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Wanderlust and just put a little bit of that onto the eyelid. Then I dipped into the Huda Beauty Nude palette, and I took the shade Bare, and I'm just going to set my brow bone with that. It's just, you know, you could just use any skin tone, lighter tone color. Yeah, I just pack it on and then I blend it out. So for the face, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and I'm just going to put that on all over the face. I really like this primer because it's very moisturizing. I also just really like how my foundation looks whenever I'm wearing this primer, and it makes my foundation last all day, so it's really good. So for foundation, I went in with the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shades 30 and 40, as well as the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. I just mixed those together, and that's my foundation combination. And this foundation applies better whenever you use a brush rather than a sponge, so if you want to try it out, just keep that in mind. Then I went in with the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade 20, and I just put that on the under eyes, a little bit on the bridge of the nose and the middle of the forehead, just to kind of brighten up the face a little more. I know my foundation looks really light, but I promise it matches my neck. And then I put some on the under eyes to cover up the under eye circles and just brighten up my eyes a bit. And with the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, I'm going to set all the places where I put the concealer. It's super affordable and it does the job. I really like this powder. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Face Powder in the shade Creamy Natural. And I'm just using a big fluffy brush for this. I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm kind of baking with it, but like not too much. I'm just using a wet sponge to kind of press the powder into my skin, and I'm just putting it in the areas where I can tend to get a little oily, or in areas where my foundation can tend to crease. This powder is super good to keep your foundation on looking good all day long. I love it, I swear by it. And I just leave it on for about 5 minutes, and then I wipe off the excess powder that my skin may not have absorbed, if that makes any sense. To bronze the face, I use the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronze 03. It is my favorite bronzer ever, and I'm just putting that on the temples, the cheeks, as well as a little bit on the nose to give it some color. So I actually decided to put on highlighter before putting on blush, and I went in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous powder in the shade Carats, and I want to use this on my wedding day because the powder formula is just super lightweight and like not harsh on the face whatsoever. It's just a very glow from within kind of look. For blush, I decided to go in with the Jouer blush palette using the shades Marigold and Know Me. I really like this blush palette because the formula is really good. It's like low-key pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion liquid eyeliner. It is waterproof. I didn't show like how I do my eyeliner just because it's hard to do on camera and it's just too much of a hassle for this video. So I'm just letting you guys know that this is what I'll be using on the wedding day. Because it is waterproof. It's really good. I really like this eyeliner. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm using the shade B5 from the Norvina palette, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the outer corner of the lower lash line. And then I'm going to blend it out with the shade A4. You guys already know what I do to the top, I always do to the bottom. And then to highlight the inner corner, I'm using the Joseph Colors Desi x Katy highlighter in the shade Fuego. And then after putting on a layer of some waterproof mascara, I'm going to go in and apply my lashes, which are the House of Lashes Iconic Lash. And that completes this eye look. And back to the face, I'm going to spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. For the lips, I'm going to be using the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Dusty Rose. And like I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to be kissing my hubby, so I gotta use something that's going to stay on my lips all day long, all night long, whatever. You get the point. So that pretty much completes this look. Here comes my outro. Are you ready? Okay, so this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. My wedding is in 4 days, so super excited about that. I think this is what I'm gonna do on that day. I don't know, it looks good. I like it. I think this is it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. All the links to my social media will be linked down below, as well as all the products that I mentioned in this video, and I will see you guys next time.